Welcome to Iron Arrows and welcome to the garden. Today is July 9th. I'm going to show you some things that we've done in the garden to just add more life. So we added 3 tomato plants per little fence here. My friend Ash had too many starts, so we took them off her hands. So she's trying to just give them away. So we have some there, and we have this little fence thing that my son built, one of my sons. And also we have a tomatillo right here, and then a bunch of squash along the fence. So that'll be awesome. We have some turkeys. Hey, turkeys! My oldest son is like, we need to butcher them soon. We usually butcher the Monday or Sunday or Saturday before Thanksgiving. And I don't know. We got them early this year because my friend was going, Ash was going to the store, Rural King, and she's like, it's far away from us. So she said, hey, there's turkeys. And I said, yes, because that's what I do with poultry. I say yes all the time. So here are blueberry bushes. Our blueberries are in. They're awesome. So we have 4 big ones and then 9 little ones. Here are little tomatoes. We just did that a few days ago. Here's our okra. So I left 100 pack out in the rain. So I just planted them all. So I have 100 green okra and probably 50 red. I did not do the best job spacing the green okra. I don't know. The red is probably, most of the plants are probably 4 to 6 inches apart, maybe. The green is like 1 inch to 3 inches. So I don't know if you guys have any advice on that. If I should thin it out, let me know. I really hate thinning things out because it feels like you're killing a plant. But I know it would give nutrients to the other plants. So I'm willing to think about it. Here's some gray zucchini. Aren't those pretty? That's from my friend Ash too. She really started too many plants. But I am so thankful. So this is what I call a sunken bed. We just dug some of the dirt out and then mixed in a bunch of amendments and planted. So we didn't have to spend $100 or $200 building a raised bed because lumber right now is insane. So we just did that. Here are more tomatoes and peppers and a couple flowers, basil. Those were just, starts and stuff that put in a little bit later. Here are raspberries. My son hit this bush. I think it'll keep growing, right guys? It'll make it. This little guy. We'll see. But you can see the blueberry bush. Blueberries are awesome. So yeah, we've been eating a lot of blueberries. Back here we have, I planted parsley and cilantro. It didn't really work out, but I also planted lettuce and that did work out. So that's a really shaded area in the evening. So that might end up just being our lettuce bed. We pulled our garlic out probably too early. So that's drying in the house, but they're really tiny. So yeah. There are onions there. We just kind of pull them out as we need them. I don't know where to go. Okay, let's go up here and then we'll go down there. There's some weeds. Keeping it real. Here's 3 tomato plants. Marigold. I planted these cantaloupe recently. And this is my little purple lettuce area. I'm sure there's a scientific name, but this yellow, let me know if you guys, early prolific squash, does that mean it just does it early and then completely stops? Because it kind of looks like that. I see no more flowers, so if I could pull it out, that'd probably be good. Looks like some of the roots are somehow above the ground there. I don't know. But I have these 2 zucchini that could use more space, I'm sure. I've tried to transplant things that were crowded over to this area. Some worked out, some did not. We'll see. I trellised up all these tomatoes. I think the French trellising works okay, this thing, if it's just a small area. I tried it down at my tomato bed and it's really heavy. So 2 or 3 plants. But these are my blue cream tomatoes. Aren't they pretty? Baker Creek. So I have an eggplant in here. I tried to put things that I didn't have to really reach on the inside, but I have too many tomatoes here. There's eggplant, marigolds, and dill in the middle. More tomatoes. That's gonna go all the way up probably. I have an intruder on my pathway. These are gladiolas. I just planted them everywhere. Oh, my sunflowers. Super high. I love them. Some more zinnias. My springs, or my, spring stuff. I need to pull these out. Yeah, that's out of control. We probably need to eat that for dinner tonight. My lettuce has bolted. It's my earlier lettuce. So that's why I planted some more lettuce. We've got some volunteers down here. There's more volunteers at the trellis too. There's a cucumber here. These are, again, this area was just like, oh, I have to put something somewhere, so I would pull things out and plant it. So there's a cucumber here, tomato. What did I put over here? Basil. Right there, basil. Marigold. So I moved some basil from underneath the zinnias and I put it here. Parsley. My cilantro is bolting. Parsley. I don't know. Isn't cilantro grown in Mexico? What do they do? Shade cloth? I'm not sure. You know, if anybody knows, let me know. Volunteer tomatoes. So I went with it. I don't think I planted any pear tomatoes this year, so this works out. Some pear-shaped tomatoes. Lots of zinnias. There's still some basil under here, you can see, so I'll have to pull that out. It's supposed to rain for the next 10 days, so this is awesome. Great time. I did transplant some stuff when we had like 5 days of heat, so speaking of, I pulled these two out of, there were 3 right here, so I pulled 2 out when it was hot, and I really should have waited, but I was being impatient. These are Jabai cukes. They're tiny. Hopefully they'll grow. Spaghetti squash. My Odessa did not sprout. I put 2 in there. They did not germinate. Totally bummed. Odessa squash is our favorite. You can't find it anywhere. We have 2 more seeds left. So I'll probably try it next spring, and then I don't know. I think it hybridizes. I don't know much about that. Waltham butternut squash there. These 3 are butternut from a friend, Kristen. And it's funny, I planted them at the same time, but look, baby, mommy, daddy. Let's see. Yeah, cucumbers along along the guardrail. We have cucumbers. Our house, our property is all hills. So the previous people, the people who built the house, put guardrails in so that we'd have a flat spot and then it goes down and then a flat spot. So we are grateful for that. This was their garden too. Although you can't tell because the soil is still really rocky. Here's the soil. It's rocky, but it could be worse, I guess. There's some tomatoes. These are cool. These are the Constant something, Florentine something from Baker Creek. The plant is huge. I think it just gets that way. There's more cucumbers. And then here we just added last week more, I'm stepping on all kinds of weird stuff and making weird noises. These are melons, like cantaloupes, I think. Noir de Carnes, Baker Creek. I wrote them down. These like tags. I don't know. I thought I wrote that down on that one. Let's see. Summer. My shoes are making noise. Ah. So these are just melons and stuff like that. These are pumpkins, Dickinson pumpkin, sugar pie pumpkin, and then cucumbers. There we go, all the way down. And then here's my tomato bed. Tomatoes, peppers. It's like a jungle. It's crazy. So we call that Shep's garden because it's in front of Shep's area here. His area goes all the way back behind the garden so he can keep the deer out. Right, Shep? Alrighty, you guys get gardening and have some fun and grow some food. This is Iron Arrows signing out.